All right.
Wait.
It's making us log in again.
What the hell?
What is it? Your session has expired, or you log in on another device with the camera.
Oh shit! Just
And why did it connect?
it says we're live right now. All right.
We're having technical difficulties, people. Bear with us.
Log in. So we can just log in again. Oh yeah, we're definitely live. All right. You remember the login, right?
Are we still live?
It's Dynasty W.
The mics are on. You're giving out our password.
Yeah, I know. Just bear with us, people. We are having technical difficulties. We try to be professional, but we don't have... Shut up, people. Just wait. Yeah, this is all Pat's fault. And then Spencer. Spencer was going to come, but nobody needs Spencer. I don't know. Is your mic on?
Who's Spencer?
Uh-huh. Just want to say hello to all y'all listening to us right now.
WF football, Dynasty WF football.
This is Jeff Mashed Potatoes McLeroy. Friday night, we're going to be having our first MMA podcast. Y'all be sure to listen to that. Chad started up his baseball podcast. It was really good. Joined by Spike. Is that going to be every Monday, Chad?
I'm looking at every Monday for the baseball podcast. We'll have various guests week to week. I got some names lined up.
I don't know what it says.
Yeah. Oh, our stuff's falling. Patrick Palasta posted an NFL fantasy. Hey, NFL fantasy something? Q&A. Sorry, fantasy football Q&A. We are having difficulties right now with our equipment. Apparently, you can hear us audio. And if you've seen us, it's probably better that we're on audio than visual, than video. But in any case, yeah, just let you know we're going to be doing the MMA podcast. Rear Naked Choke Joe, the creator of that. Special guest star will be Jeff Mashed Potatoes McLeroy. That's me. That's my fighting nickname.
All right.
Okay. What is going on? Are we still on the page? Did we start?
Yeah, let's just roll right into it.
Hello,
right, let's-
Houston.
Are we gonna pull it up over there?
All right. Joe's got a lot to do as
All right.
producer.
First things first. Glad to be here. Dynasty Wise Fantasy Football, or Dynasty Wise guys is covering fantasy football for y'all this evening. I got Jeff Rowe to my right.
Hey, how you doing? Are y'all down with the wise?
There you go. And I got Chad to my left.
Hello, Houston and the rest of America, if there's anybody else out there in states abroad.
All right. Glad to have everybody here. Just want to hit a quick thank you to Grizzly Grease Beard Care for sponsoring this podcast. I used the Willie Nelson Fluff just this evening. And then our teaming up with Houston Preeminence, which you'll hear more about here later.
Yeah, that's coming October 1st. Big deal.
I need that paper.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry, our Harambe's not here tonight.
On my notes. Alrighty, and as y'all know, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it and
Sure.
get started with let's talk about this game we got coming up tomorrow night.
All right.
Minnesota at the Rams.
Alrighty, and this should be a good defensive slobber knocker, as I would think. You have two top-ranked defenses. They're both explosive on offense, so I'm expecting a very good game. I don't know about y'all. Where are y'all standing at, and what are y'all looking forward to tomorrow night?
Go ahead, Chad.
Sorry, my bad.
I'm looking forward to Kirk Cousins having a bounce back game, or at least I'm hoping for it. Cousins is my guy, quarterback in my team. I've got Goff as my backup actually, so kind of either way, I've got to make my quarterback decision this week. But I'm really expecting Cousins to come out, put up the solid numbers he's normally puts out there. I think last week was just a hiccup week, so
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count on that too much to be the norm.
Yeah, I hope so as well, because if he could have just performed a little bit better, I wouldn't have had such a bad beat. I lost by .12 in the league.
Oh.
Cousins got me 11. I am also very injured in that league, but that Cousins could have done halfway of what Cousins does, and I would have won.
I mean, it wouldn't have helped me at all in our league.
Right.
I still lost. I had a couple guys have a bad week, but yeah, I mean, even I think he got his 8 points in our league. Give me 15 at least,
Right. Yeah, he got me 11 in the league. 15, I would have won by 4 points. So.
Yeah. This is going to be a good game. I think they've already touched on it. Minnesota going to come out like breathing fire like a dragon because they got their butts embarrassed by Buffalo. I don't think so. I'm saying right now Buffalo's real. Hot take, bold prediction right there. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe with Allen.
But
it's a real city. Yeah.
yeah, right. My question, the only thing I don't like is Dalvin Cook is still questionable, and it's a short week, whether he plays or not. He hasn't been great this year for fantasy people. I know this because he's on my stupid team, and he can be a game changer. Latavius Murray's never really been a great running back. People freaked out because he got like 13 TDs one year for the Raiders. That's when the Raiders had like the really great offensive line, but he had like 200-plus carries, but only had like 800 yards that year. I mean, he's not impressive. Yeah. So, Dalvin Cook and if he plays, he can be a game changer. But the question is, how healthy will he be? So, I'm also just going to say Minnesota is definitely going to bounce back.
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
And, you don't know if someone's going to. What's that?
Chad said he has mic difficulties.
Saying they can't hear me. I'm 4.
Yeah, turn him up.
No, yeah, there you go. We're still dealing with issues, folks.
Nights.
Just beware.
It's the weather.
How's that? Can you hear me?
And there's another thing about these Thursday night games. A lot of times people avoid Thursday night, this Saturday, start your studs.
Yeah.
There's a few studs that play in tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And so against really good defenses as well. So are we? You're still rolling them out? We can go down the list if you want.
Sure.
Goff, Woods, Cooks.
I'm not high on. I didn't mean to cut you off. I
good.
apologize. I've never been really high on Woods. I think he's a quality player, but his fantasy output is just kind of here and there. Cooks. As I said, Dalvin Cook. Just keep an eye out on it if he's going to play, and then if you trust him. So anyway, please keep going. I apologize.
Oh no. Well, I was talking about. Okay, you don't trust Robert Woods, which I get that. I have him in a league. He's very hit or miss. Brandon Cooks to me is very underrated. A lot of people don't give him the credit, but he's going to give you the 1,000 yards this season, 6 to 8 touchdowns, and he's been actually pretty decent. I have him in the league, and I wish I had more shares of him. I don't know how y'all feel about Cooks this week.
I think he was a little bit of a slow start of the season. Casey had him week 1, played against me, didn't really do anything, but he's starting to kind of come on. Hey, it's a new offense, new team, so it may take some adjustment time, but the guy's got speed to burn and can catch the ball.
Lot of mouths to feed in LA, That's what I'm saying. Robert Woods would probably be borderline for me, but I think if I had Cooks, I'd still start him. Kupp's Gurley gets the start, and if Goff was probably drafted to be your number 1 quarterback. So I'm probably still rolling out with him. The same with Cousins.
Yeah.
You drafted them. If they're on your team, they're probably your number 1 quarterback, and you're starting them. And then, if you flip to Minnesota, then they got Diggs and Thielen and Rudolph, and those are still must starts as far as even though the Rams got that number 6 pass defense.
Yeah,
Right.
Rudolph to me is a must start. Jeff, you have him, right?
Yeah, I got Rudolph, and he's always top 10 every year. He's a solid player as far as tight ends. He's not going to be. He's good enough to be top 5. He'll never be the number 1 tight end, but if you have him like I do, I'm not really looking to make a trade for tight end. Did our producer have something?
We got a question that just came in.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
It's coming from George.
Jorge. What's
We
up,
got
buddy?
Fitzmagic or Russell Wilson for Week 4?
I like Wilson.
Yeah, I'm on the Wilson train as well.
Fitzmagic has to play the Bears too, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, Russell Wilson gets Arizona. Although it's a division game, Arizona's still not very good, and so I expect Russell Wilson to be solid like always. And like you said, Fitz going against Chicago, he had 3 interceptions, still 400 yards last week. I think he's still going to turn the ball over against Chicago as well.
I think they have
Chicago's bringing their own magic with them in Khalil Mack.
Yeah, I think they have 16 sacks in the first 3 games. So
Yep.
I mean, putting the pressure on, Fitzpatrick, it's going to shake him a little bit.
When it comes to fantasy, like last week, like we told you, start everyone in the Saints Falcons game. It's going to be a shit. Cameron didn't start Matt Ryan against me. He still would have lost because I'm greater than you, Cam. But but no, I agree with you guys. Tampa Bay's going to Chicago. It's not really going to be. I don't think Biscuits is that great of a quarterback, and I don't see it as a shootout. So I can see the Bears maybe taking an early lead and then just kind of boring run the ball, which they should do. And then you got and who was the other guy? It was Fitzmagic and
Wilson,
who?
Russell Wilson.
And Russell Wilson. I mean, they're going to Arizona, but let's face it, Arizona's horrible. But Wilson's still running for his life. So you don't know if David Johnson's got his legs underneath him or not. You don't know if Rosen comes in and gives him that shot of youthful adrenaline.
Yeah, 'cause it's his first start.
Yeah. I just see that better for a fantasy game. And then, watch Fitzpatrick throw for. They throw for 500. If Fitzpatrick throws for 500, Jorge, I told you to start him.
Heard it here.
But start Wilson.
Right, it's over Wilson. It's almost like even though Fitzpatrick had those 3 interceptions, he's still pretty hot. 400 yards.
Yeah, he's still putting numbers up. I mean, it's the 3 interceptions. No, it didn't help his case. But
Not at
when
all.
you have 3 touchdowns and 400 yards to go with it, it's not as big a deal.
Right.
A la Ben Roethlisberger a couple weeks,
Yeah.
this season and in the last 8 years. But, I definitely like Wilson in this situation, though. Cardinals defense, it's not pathetic, but it's not great, especially when you have an offense that's going to keep you on the field as long as they do.
Right.
Russell Wilson has all the ability to actually go out and rectify his QB1 status heading into this week and kind of get things rolling. Baldwin being out doesn't help, but I mean he's got Lockett and
Clay, do you have Lockett?
No, I actually.
Jesus, what am I? What do you have Lockett? What the hell happened to me right there?
I used to. I had to drop him last year. I made some tough decisions, with our cuts and our roster limits in our league, and I regret it. Pat's had him. He finished in our league the 9th receiver. Because we have return yards. He was like 9th, and I could use the receiver help, but I was holding on to Corey Davis because he was my high draft pick.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Okay.
But yes, I do not have him, but I wish I do. Did.
Pat's got him.
Yeah, Pat's kind of been high on him. He has kind of started to step up a little bit at that receiver position. I'm not going to say breakout, but he's
pretty solid.
He seems solid in that Robert Woods category, but I think he's got more potential to be explosive because he can go downfield.
Yeah.
Be that D Jackson for 4 catches, 120 yards, a TD. So, but yeah, I like Lockett. I think he's a solid play this week.
Right. I took him his first year hoping he would develop, and then just ran out of roster space, unfortunately for me. Alrighty. Let's hit a quick any players that you you hate. Well, you don't hate, but a FU from last week.
I have 7.
Let's start.
7. I've already said his name, but Dalvin freaking Cook. I drafted you number 2 a couple years ago, and you got injured last year. Now you're pussyfooting on the bench. But even more so, you know who I really hate? I hate Leonard freaking Fournette. Well, the game's tough. No, this game's kind of easy. Yeah, it's easy when you're sitting on the sidelines, you a-hole, watching it because your little hammy's hurt. Yeah. You know what? I watch football Sunday morning, Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night. You know what? Hey, I watch it. It's easy. That's right, Leonard Fournette. Because you ain't playing. Yeah, it looks easy. I can sit there and go, I can do that. So I hate you, Leonard Fournette, and I hate you, Dalvin Cook. And I'm not even gonna trade y'all in my league. I'm just gonna drop y'all and watch these guys like try to hustle to pick y'all up. But that's who I hate right now.
Man, that's
Damn it.
deep hatred right there.
You damn right. I'm sorry to be in love.
Yeah, I might have to change this segment from I hate you to Jeffro's rant.
Yes.
Right?
We'll just let Jeffro go off on like 3 or 4 players, and one, it's entertaining, and 2, he might make some sense.
Some, maybe.
Maybe, Mike.
Not much.
So the City Sickler goes to the phone.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
we're just
We
gonna.
got a quick question coming in from Diana.
Hey, Diana.
We got Deshaun Watson or Baker Mayfield for week 4.
That's easy for me. You got to start Deshaun Watson, and here's why. Other than that, he's Deshaun Watson. He's putting up great numbers. Their head coach in Houston sucks, all right? The only good thing on him is his little stupid butt chin that you can laugh at. But this team literally comes out unprepared for the first half. And if you have Deshaun Watson, for Texan fans, it sucks, and why laugh now? That's what I expected. But for Deshaun Watson owners, he's gonna have to throw the whole game. He's gonna have to throw the whole game. Like last week, what did he throw? Like 385,
Yeah.
something like that. 2 TDs.
Interception.
Start Deshaun Watson. I know you want to start Baker Mayfield, but no, don't do it. Just start Deshaun Watson. That's who I got.
Right, me as well. I see Deshaun. Man, I love Baker. He's got a great matchup this week, but I still would have to start Watson over him for until proven otherwise.
No way. No way. Give me Baker against Oakland's defense over Deshaun against the Colts and the way their secondary has been playing. Oakland 0-3 and Texans 0-3. You're talking about 2 horrible teams here. Geathers, the other cornerback's name is slipping my mind right now, but Fairley, I'm sorry. In Indianapolis, they have the ability to shut down a little bit on the deep ball. And plus, with Leonard out there and Teray, Hunt on the line, getting to the quarterback, the Raiders don't have anything near that on defense. So, to me, give me Mayfield. I know it's the rookie. I know he's unproven. I don't like this matchup for the Texans, especially just from what I've seen already this year.
All right.
Right. All right.
Any other questions, producer?
Yes, Daryl's asking, will Mahomes stay hot against the Broncos defense?
I mean, I'm not a fortune teller, but I have no reason to believe that he won't. The way he's playing, you keep rolling Mahomes until he falters, and he's looking damn good, ain't he?
Yeah, I mean, it's even when you think, okay, this guy's got to die down at some point, he doesn't. So yeah, I mean, why take him out now? Ride the hot streak until proven otherwise.
Yeah, I got to agree with my 2 colleague doctors. I agree with them. I mean, no one's going to fall. If he has a crappy game because, let's say, the Broncos pass rush gets to him, I don't know. But if he has a bad game, no one's going to say, oh, you shouldn't have started him. I mean, no. It's like Clayton said. Well, Clayton will, but it's like Clayton said. He said he's not going to have a crystal ball, but you got to play him when he's hot. Like I say, just rewind this after and just see what they say, and then don't listen to what I say because they said it best.
Yeah, so we agree. Mahomes. Just not only. Good thing it's not based on how he sounds behind a microphone, right?
Good thing my stuff's not based on how I sound.
Well, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
We're in a garage.
We got a question from Stephanie.
Hey,
She's
Steph.
asking, Rivers or Breeze?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, man. What are you thinking, Jeffro? You want to take this one first?
Sure, I'll take this one first. Just let me get a good look here at who they're playing.
It's Breeze and the
49ers
Giants.
49ers for Rivers.
49ers for Rivers, yeah.
And then the Saints are playing the Giants.
Yes.
Both good starts.
I'm going to go...
Yes,
to
either one.
It's not a bad... Steph, you don't have a bad choice there. I'm going to lean to Drew Brees just because he's hot. But I got that deep feeling inside me, guys, that, that's like you've just had, like he had been, I mean, it's Drew Brees, obviously,
Right.
but I just got that, there's that tiny feeling, Steph, that's telling me he's going to have a crap game in New York. because he just had a great game. But
Yeah.
I'm still going to play with Drew Brees here, guys.
And New York's got a little bit of momentum coming off the win in Houston.
Yeah.
It's a tough one for me. I mean,
it is.
San Francisco's secondary is questionable to begin with, even healthy. It's not horrible, but it's not great. But their defense has been pretty stout. So, give me Breeze just because it's still the Giants' defense. Even Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Watson was able to put up some numbers. They might get an interception or two, but he can still go 400 yards and a couple touchdowns. So I kind of agree. I'll go Breeze.
I'm actually going to take Rivers. He's going against the 27th ranked pass defense, and they've given up 8 passing touchdowns already. And then Breeze against the Giants, you got the 13th ranked defense and allowed 3 passing touchdowns. So to me, it's just Rivers based on matchup. And other than that, they're pretty close. I'm going Rivers for me.
Yeah, it's definitely a good problem to have, either one.
And she was saying too, they're projected the same points for both in her league. So I mean, it's like even on projections wise, it's a pretty close matchup. So,
and we just got a report from our producer that Alvin Kamara.
Jay Brown's actually asking if there's any new Kamara news. He says he's scared.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Is he scared because the guy he's playing is facing him, and he's scared to have Kamara going?
Are you
against
playing
him,
Juan the Kraken Adams? No.
Right.
All right.
I haven't heard anything on Kamara.
His knee, and I believe he's been limited. Is that right, Clay?
Yeah, yes, that's what he's limited but expected to play.
Yeah.
But monitor that situation.
Yeah, definitely, Clay. That's the best thing to say it there. Monitor your situation. We're going to be back on Saturday. We're going to be early, I believe, around 8 a.m., 8 to 9 a.m.
Somewhere in that time frame.
That time frame, and of course, we'll give you an update on Kamara because obviously he's the elite of the elite. And definitely, like Clay said, check your own sources Sunday morning.
I think he kind of nailed it on his own here. He says, Kamara hurt or just excuse to take it easy at practice. Yes, I think they're limiting him practice just because there's no reason to have him running in practice.
Yeah, Ingram's coming. Is Ingram? I apologize, Chad.
No, you're good.
Ingram's coming back this week, right?
No,
I think he was 4 game. I think he's out one more week.
Yeah, he should be out one.
No,
more
Winston's
week.
the one that's coming back this week. Jameis Winston.
Crab legs.
Crab leg.
So.
There's a team name in one of my leagues, Jameis Crab Shack.
That's awesome. I'm going to change my name. Julio Jones's Winston's Crab Shack. Real.
All right. Well, while we're waiting on a few other questions and stuff, let's take a few quick hitters on some of these Sunday games. Green Bay, Buffalo. Well, what do you think? Jeff?
I like Aaron Rodgers in that game because Aaron Rodgers can be like, they ain't going to do that to us. He's going to go off. And look for the tight end there in Green Bay.
Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, Jimmy Superstar Graham to have a good game.
Yeah, I don't see Buffalo's going to be trying to ride that high from last week, but calm down, everybody. It's still Buffalo.
Right.
And Josh Allen is still their quarterback. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, kind of skewed his numbers a little bit to make them look better than they were. He's not going to do that again this week. I'll take Green Bay all day.
Of course, yeah, Green Bay for sure. You got your Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, maybe some Randall Cobb. But Buffalo, they did start Josh Allen and it helped them. Maybe week 2 he's still got the shot in the butt. But at the end of the day, I still think Aaron Rodgers is going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, to me, Green Bay is just the better team right now.
Yeah.
Overall,
one game is one game. Overall, yes, they're the better team.
And it's at Lambeau Field.
Of course.
That's more hallowed than the Vikings, wherever they play.
Right.
Nobody knows. No one cares.
They play in Minnesota.
Yeah, but no one. You've been there. It's a lousy place.
I've actually been there.
It's
not bad.
And you're down here. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right. It looked like we had another one from Jay.
Jay's asking, are you going to go Stills or John Brown for flex PPR?
I like Stills. Stills to me is still the guy down in Miami. Like, it's not Devontae Parker. It's not Jakeem Grant. It's Kenny Stills. That's the main target there. PPR especially, he's going to get his looks. So even if he only gets 80 yards and 5-6 catches, you're set. So.
I agree.
I can't read that. So.
Jeffro is brutal.
Yes.
I agree. I think it Stills. I know Brown's coming on hot, especially with what's going on over there. But I agree with everything you said, Chad. What about you, Jeffro?
I'm just going to parrot y'all's take. I'm going to say Stills. I don't like the guy. You know, I mean, like Kenny Stills, like, I don't like you. Like, I really don't like you. You need to stand up for the pledge. I know you're right, but I just don't like you. But I'd start him. For flex, yeah.
Well, and I think Baltimore plays Monday night this week and against Pittsburgh. So
They play Sunday night.
Oh, is it Sunday night? Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Sunday night against Pittsburgh. So that's another reason I like Stills a little better.
Do you guys? I'm sorry. This is just maybe it's my superstition. You know, like Chad, you're a big baseball fan. I'm big baseball fans. I love all the fun superstitions of baseball. I kind of carry over my own to football. But it's almost like, oh, I got a guy going Monday night. I got to start a guy on Monday night in case I need points, you know. I sometimes just go. I just want to do it, but I don't. I still start my studs, but sometimes, like, if I start him Monday night, I got him, right?
See, if I could, I'd have all my players play at Sunday at noon, just so it's like it's all right there.
Yeah.
It's done. I got nothing to worry about Thursday, nothing to worry about Sunday night, Monday night. I'm done right there. Not even 3 o'clock. I want it to be
Right.
over with.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
We
sorry.
we got another question from Wade. He's asking Matt Ryan or Andy Dalton.
What's up, Wade?
Wade, that's one of my coworkers there. Shout out to Wade.
You don't like Chad, do you, Wade?
No.
And take his question first there.
Go ahead, Chad. Take it first.
Wade, I like Matt Ryan, just for the simple fact that I think that it's, okay, he's the two quarterbacks he's questioning are Andy Dalton, Matt Ryan.
They're
They're playing
each
each other. Both defenses have pretty much been atrocious. I just like Atlanta at home, so I'll give the edge to Matt Ryan in this situation. Although, I mean, Atlanta's secondary is depleted right now.
Right.
But even still, end of the day, Red Rifle or Matt Ryan, give me Matt Ryan.
Yeah, they're both horrible. You got to think Cincinnati's 24th pass, and then Atlanta's 26, 27. So I would go Matt Ryan. I think Julio and Calvin Ridley and Sanu. I just think the more weapons are with Atlanta, and I think Matt Ryan's the better quarterback as well over Andy Dalton. That's what gave him the edge for me.
I never choose Andy Dalton because of his evil eyebrows. That dude's up to no good. And he's probably going to screw your fantasy team. He's going to be Andy Dalton again, and he's going to blow up your fantasy team, and he's going to make like an evil laugh because of his stupid evil eyebrows. But all kidding aside, I'm going with Chad here with Atlanta at home. I would start Matt Ryan.
Hear that, Billy? Matt Ryan. I know you're out there somewhere.
And for you, Wade.
And for you, Wade.
I do like this little comment here. This
God
guy's
bless
saying,
Wade.
This guy's saying his opponent is sitting Mahomes for Mayfield. Now that's a little bit of a stretch to me.
Well, he's listening to you. You chose.
No,
we,
Oh, okay.
No,
we
I
didn't get that question.
Whoa, no.
Oh.
Don't put words in my mouth like that.
See, I love Mayfield.
What's over here?
It's a bold strategy
Yeah.
from Jay's opponent.
Chad said to start
Cotton, that's a
Mayfield
bold
over
strategy.
Mahomes.
Maybe your
Chad-
opponent feels sorry for you and trying to give you the dub.
Chad A.
Maybe he
White.
knows something we don't know.
Chad
you know?
A. White said to start Mayfield over Mahomes.
Not true.
What? What are you talking about?
Not true.
I'm just over here, just not doing nothing.
Yeah, I think the Mahomes you got to ride him while he's hot. So that's a bold. Although Baker's matchup is very favorable, it's just I don't know.
Baker is a magician. You just look at him, and every time he throws a touchdown, you just want him to go ta-da,
I just want him to plant somebody's flag in the NFL.
right?
Right.
That's what I want.
Yeah, that's not a flag.
I like that about Baker. You know, that's what I want out of my quarterback.
All right, what we got next?
Looks like we're waiting on a few more questions, but we already talked about the Bengals Falcons with Dalton and Ryan. I mean, we can kind of
Right.
agree that's basically going to be a shootout, or at least that's what we're expecting.
Can we skip the Lions Cowboys? Who cares about that Thanksgiving matchup already? No.
Well, I
know.
I like it only for the fact that I think Stafford is the quarterback to have this week against Dallas.
Dallas's defense is a little tougher than what people would actually think.
It is, but I still like Stafford against
Right.
that secondary. I mean, their line's good. They can put some pressure, but the Detroit can run the ball enough to counteract that defensive line and open things up for Stafford deep. And I like Stafford this week. And it's not
only that,
to do with my Dallas
Stafford's showing that he loves to throw it to Galladay.
Yeah.
He's looking at him double coverage, triple coverage. Doesn't matter. He's
Yeah.
Galladay's killing it, dude.
Because Galladay's 6'8", 300, and should be in the NBA now. You know what I love about Stafford? He looks like that dude on the Goonies, the one who's like, "Hey, you guys!" When you look at him in the helmet, it's awesome.
Chunk.
Yeah, Chunk.
Here- so since we're on that, before we skip that game,
Yeah.
Carry on Johnson. I know you have
Yes.
him in our league, Chad.
Yes, and I started him last
Last
week.
week.
and did okay for me. I'm glad he did. I had Joe Mixon go down for me, so I needed somebody to kind of fill a little bit of a void, and he had a decent week. I'm hoping he can carry it through and get some things from it, but I'm still not confident. So.
Hashtag me too. I started him as well, based because of injuries in the league, but it worked out. The game we've kind of been waiting, and I think that they saw that out of him. They're going to continue to feed him.
I hope so.
So I expect him to continue to produce. What about you, Jeff, on Kerryon Johnson?
Played at Auburn, I know that, but
Good one.
thank you, War Eagle. It's good to see, for Detroit fans. I mean, they don't have a lot to cheer about, with yellow water in Flint and living in Detroit sucks. So, but
I
carry
can't
on.
argue that.
Yeah, see, once again, you can't argue with me on places to live. Tennessee, Minnesota, Detroit, horrible places.
Here we go.
So, but no, it's good to see for their fans that they got a 100-yard rusher once again. I mean, he's not Barry Sanders. No one's going to be Barry Sanders. But we
don't know that.
That is true. But you feed him. Go ahead and feed him because the Cowboys do have a decent pass rush. It's kind of like play the run to set up the pass and vice versa. And with Kerryon Johnson breaking out like that, I mean, that could be a morale booster for him being a rookie. And so I like Kerryon Johnson, from here on out. Unless he plays bad, then I never said that. No.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. But, yeah, besides that, the Dallas game, I mean, Zeke's going to probably be Zeke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They still haven't really found a way to get Gallup and Hearn going. So, I mean.
And that, to me, that falls on Prescott right there. With Zeke still there and Zeke still doing Zeke things, he's not rookie Ezekiel Elliott, but he's putting numbers up. He's scoring.
Yeah.
To me, it just goes to show, is Dak Prescott really the leader of that team when you do have that? Now, you got to get the ball to these guys somehow. They've shown they can catch in this league, or at least Hearns has.
Yeah.
Tavon Austin's got some speed. He's got guys that can get open. Gallup, great route runner. Why can't he get these guys the ball? Is it that he's not as great as people try to make him out to be 2 years ago, or are these guys that bad? I don't think they're that bad.
I don't know if I think it's just like a combination. I mean, I don't think Dak is that bad. I'm not saying he's elite, but he does have some talent and he's very capable. But I just don't think, they're giving him enough around him. His banged up offensive line as well. But, it's Dallas, so I don't really care what they do personally. But no, anywho.
Throw it to Jeff Swaim nonstop.
Oh, no, not if you got him.
Swaim's actually been on, I think he's like number 5 on the most snaps in offense right now in the league.
Yeah, I think I saw that as well. But I came across a question. I'll shoot it to you first, Jeffro.
Sure.
It says, Tyler Boyd versus Atlanta this week. Do I ride the hot hand with Boyd or Lamar Miller, Robert Woods, or Mike Williams? I'm starting Chris Carson this week, but I could start Lamar over him and flex Boyd.
They're kind of all in that middle area. Let's see here. Let me look at this. There could be a possible another shootout in Atlanta. Definitely not like New Orleans. With Lamar Miller only getting 10 carries and 10 yards last week, you just don't know with him. I've been impressed with how he's running, but oh, man. If you ask me this in 2 hours, I'll have a different answer. I'm not kidding, but I'm going to go with Tyler Boyd right now. I can't even explain to you, buddy. I really can't. It's just, that's kind of a mixed bag. But I'm going to lean Tyler Boyd just because the possibility of a shootout there or a higher scoring game than the Colts versus the Texans. And I think, again, the Texans are going to be playing from behind, and they seem to be putting in Alfred Blue in the second half a lot. So I'm going to go Tyler Boyd.
That makes sense.
Well, with me, I was just kind of looking at what he said. His other options, too. He has Woods, and he had somebody else.
Mike Williams.
And Mike Williams. I'd rather go with with Woods and then throw in a Lamar Miller instead of Chris Carson. I'm not 100% sold on Chris Carson.
No.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't really like – I don't like Lamar Miller either, but I'm I'm more confident putting him out there than I would be Chris Carson any day. So, to me, that's one thing I look at on that. But then, even at receiver, Robert Woods is going to get you the numbers. He may not put up your touchdown, may not get you your 100 yards, but you can count on him to go out there. I can't say the same for Tyler Boyd.
Right.
Not after 1 week.
Right.
So, all it takes is A.J. Green to show up again and have a monster game, and Tyler Boyd's 2 catches for 20 yards and no touchdowns.
Right.
So if Tyler Eifert's playing well, if they have the ball running at all, I'm not sold on Tyler Boyd.
I think Boyd and Mike Williams are his 2 best options. They're going against 2 really bad defenses. Boyd, past 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago he was 21. This past week he had 25. It's going against Atlanta's horrendous pass defense.
Both safeties out, correct?
Right. Yeah, but honestly, I actually like Mike Williams going against San Francisco. Like I said, it just speaks for themselves. He's been coming on a lot, and I like Mike Williams. He's 13, 10, 24. San Francisco's given up 8 passing touchdowns, and I think Mike Williams is going to feast this week. He might not always get the yards, but I think especially when they get down to that red zone, I wouldn't be surprised if he had 2 touchdowns this week.
It's possible.
Wow.
Hot take on the Mike Williams.
Interesting.
Right. I saw one. We'll just hit it real quick, although it's a team defense.
Sure.
Rams or Bears? What do you think, Jeff?
Bears.
Bears.
Got Bears.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty easy. They
Matchup
got
alone.
Right.
Yeah. Playing at home, matchup at home, or the matchup, just the Bears. The Bears by 90.
It's hard to go against the Bears versus any defense right now. I mean, they just make plays, and that's what you need in team defense. You need the turnovers. You need the hold them to low yardage. That's what the Bears are doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With Dick Butkus
And it doesn't matter
starting,
who you play.
Mike Ditka coaching, Buddy Ryan defensive coordinator.
You're off one number there.
I'm off. I'm off a few decades.
I hope this next little trade is just a troll trade. Pat Mahomes for Alvin Kamara. The only way it would ever be kind of close, in my opinion, is if your 2 quarterback league. If it's your 1 quarterback league, whoever got Kamara just got a steal.
I disagree. I like quarterbacks. You know that. Quarterbacks touch the ball on every play. If he shuffle passes to his running back and score, that's considered a pass touchdown. Look at the touchdown ratio as far as what does Mahomes have versus Kamara yards wise. You're good either way. I mean, my opinion, football wise, Alvin Kamara is the best running back in the game overall. He can catch, he can run through the tackles, between the tackles. Mahomes is a hot hand. The only thing I would say against Mahomes is, he's having a great season, but he hasn't proved it throughout, and teams are going to be watching more film on him, where Kamara has proven that he can keep it up, and keep going. But just for the sake of it, I'll say, Mahomes. Quarterbacks get more yards, quarterbacks get more touchdowns, and they generally lead in scoring. If you don't have a quarterback, then definitely do it. But if you got a decent quarterback, don't do it.
Yeah, to me, a lot of it does. Okay, who do you have on your team behind him? Mahomes is going to get more yards, but the way a lot of leagues score with quarterbacks and running backs, the quarterback yards are not as many points.
It's only 1 for 25.
Yeah, instead of 1 for 10. So, that kind of outweighs itself. Then you go to touchdowns. Of course, quarterbacks are going to get more touchdowns. Is it a PPR league? Is it? There's a lot of details.
Yeah, he left out a lot of details.
Only thing I can say is you've got one of the premier young quarterbacks for one of the premier young running backs. So it's preference, league type, and who's on the rest of your team.
Right.
Yeah, good call, Chad.
Yeah, Kamara is the number 2 overall scorer right now. Yeah, Mahomes is hot, but his quarterback production, he can get a quarterback, might be a few points less, but the Kamara production you're not going to replace. It's Kamara to me, and it's not even.
I agree.
Close.
I agree. It's one of those. If you're going to weigh the two, there's a few things.
All right, we got a question coming in from Robert Thomas on Twitter.
What up, Bob Thomas? He probably hates being called Bob.
Yeah.
What up, Robert?
Says, would you trade Goodwin, or would you drop Goodwin to trade? No.
What? Robert?
He worded it all wrong. Would you drop Goodwin and grab Kirk?
Marquise Goodwin?
I would have to
Yes.
guess so.
For Dynasty in a heartbeat.
Right.
I mean, Christian Kirk, even though he's not done a whole lot yet this year, he's still a rookie wide receiver on a team that's about to be devoid of wide receivers once Fitzgerald's gone. So,
And Rosen starting.
yeah, and Rosen starting.
Jolt to
so
energy.
It's a redraft PPR.
Redraft PPR.
And Garoppolo going down.
Garoppolo going down. I was about to say that too. Yeah, that's it.
Personally, the way I like to play, Goodwin and Kirk would be like flyers I had on my bench, so I would probably prefer to take the flyer on Kirk.
I'd pick up Kirk and
Yeah.
throw out some trades around the league and see what you can
Right?
pick up
Yeah,
for
you can. Maybe someone will buy it on Goodwin. I always prefer to try to trade before you just start dropping. I know redraft, some people are a little so it is what it is, and league mates and all that.
Robert, if those are the guys you're considering, just quit the league. All right? That's all I'm going to tell you. Just quit the league. Dude, that's 50-50 one way or another. You got C.J. Beathard, has a little bit of game experience and showed some things, but definitely, they didn't pay a guy $140 million because C.J. Beathard was good. 137, I think.
Right.
Rosen coming in, I think he's got a better arm than
Bradford.
Injury boy. Bradford.
Right.
I know his name. I was trying to think of
I was
something.
trying to throw it in there for you. 'cause
No,
I
you're
could tell
fine.
you were struggling.
No, I wasn't sure. I was trying to think of
All
a
right.
funny name other than his name, his real name, Injury Boy. But I thought Kirk and Rosen hooked up, played really well together in preseason. So I'm gonna lean towards
Yeah.
Kirk.
I like that as well. Good point.
Thank you.
I take it back.
Damn it.
Looks like we got a little trade question here from Nelson.
Oh.
What's up, Nelson? He just got an offer, Marshawn Lynch and Quincy Enunwa for T.Y. Hilton. He would be getting T.Y. It's a PPR league. Jeffro?
I don't like Marshawn Lynch either. He looks messed up, like one eye is starting to go a different direction. He's been eating too many Skittles, looks fat. Looks like me basically out there trying to play football. He's just playing so he don't get fined. I would lean towards, I don't know, again, that's a 50-50, but I'm just going to say I like T.Y. Hilton. He's got some speed. He's kind of like, he's shown that he can play. I think Marshawn's on the downside of playing, so, and you said it was a PPR?
Yes.
All right. Just get rid of Lynch, so I'll say go with Hilton.
I agree on the Hilton,
Thank you.
but for far different reasons.
Jerk.
I'm agreeing with you. Yes, I'm not a big fan of Lynch, and yes,
Damn
Enunwa
right.
is hot right now. He's what the Jets have wanted him to be, but the man has not been healthy for a full season since he's been in the league.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can count on him week in, week out like I can count on T.Y. Hilton week in, week out. And with Andrew Luck back, Hilton's not looking bad this year. He's not putting up old school Hilton numbers,
Right.
but he's still scoring points and doing well week to week to week. I think he'll do that for all 16 weeks this year, where I can't say the same for Enunwa. So give me Hilton in that trade. So I think he's coming out on the good end.
Yeah. I love Enunwa, but yeah, I got to go with T.Y. as well.
Sorry, we're having technical difficulties again with our video equipment, but I'm pretty sure you can hear us, so we'll keep going.
Yeah.
And we'll try to get you guys, we'll try to get the video up.
Probably get more viewers now they can't see us.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I sit like this, I'm like, okay.
Is that why you hide behind me?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, the old World War II Kilroy character, just...
We got another trade here. We can see the trades.
All right, what's the trade? Joe's going to be working. The producer's going to be working on our video, but stay with us. We can still read what you're doing.
Jermaine put this out there. Just got offered Tannehill, T.Y., and Ajayi. I'll be giving up Stafford and Breida. Should I pull the trigger? No. That's all I'm going to say to that.
What was the trade again? I'm sorry.
He's getting Tannehill, T.Y., and Ajayi, and he's giving up Stafford and Breida.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pass.
Because Stafford's going to throw... I'm sorry,
No,
Clay.
go ahead.
Stafford's going to throw for 30 TDs. You don't know what Tannehill's going to turn back into Ryan Tannehill.
And so basically you're getting T.Y. and Ajayi for Breida. Do you like... And you're giving up the quarterback.
Why do you say it Breida?
Because
It's Breida.
It's Breida.
I
No,
don't.
it's not.
I don't know.
And I don't. And
I like
Ajayi,
Brieda
don't like
better
either.
there.
What's that?
I don't like Ajayi that much.
I
either
don't
'cause of
either.
his
I don't like him
injury.
either.
I don't either. And you got him on your team, right?
Yeah, I hate that bastard. But let's go back to Brieda. That sounds classier.
Yeah. So anyway, so yes, I say keep Stafford, keep Breida.
We need the code because Aiden didn't give the code
Oh.
to the phone. 'Cause he's
All
a little
right.
Shit. Oops.
Okay. Oops. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Just Stafford's right there in the top 5 every year as quarterback.
Yeah,
Don't
he's
give him up.
solid. Good question. Let's see here. So we've gone through a lot of these crap games we're going to have Sunday, our shootouts we're going to have. We'll touch more on the Sunday games as well, Saturday morning on that.
Let's talk a little of the Monday night game.
Can I quickly say something about the Thursday night game?
Sure.
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, go for it.
Okay. If you're playing IDP, which you should be, I really like John Johnson and Corey Littleton on the Rams. John Johnson's a solid safety. He's making plays ever. He can do it all. And Corey Littleton, like they came out and they said, we are giving the keys to Corey Littleton to be our defensive leader. And he has accepted the challenge and has won it. So looking for IDPs, there you go. So, I know the Rams, I know it's Thursday. Maybe you got your own superstitions and start someone on Thursday. But they're both on my team, and I've been really happy with them. That's why I'm going to bring up their names. So I'm praying to, you can't see, but I'm on my knees praying to the fantasy football gods. I'm not really on my knees.
Yeah, he is.
But, but yeah, those are two guys that I'm praying that they're going to have a good game, especially with Dalvin Cook being questionable.
Alrighty. Looks like Jeff here.
Hey!
Not you, Jeff.
Not
Oh.
you. Jeff Fester wants to know, a guy wants to trade him Brady and Miller for Melvin Gordon. What you think?
Wow.
We need to know a little bit more about the league, but I would have to take Melvin Gordon for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you're talking Lamar Miller and Tom Brady, neither one's done anything this year. I don't see Miller doing a whole lot. So,
It's standard
give me
scoring.
Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, standard scoring. Yeah. MG all day, baby.
Would that be, so is that yardage or is that just
No, yeah, he gets what is it?
one per,
four
so
points
it's just a basic.
per touchdown.
No PPR.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta go with Gordon because Keenan Allen still playing strong. Williams last week played pretty decent versus the Rams. They had an amazing touchdown catch. He laid out, and you just when he landed on the ground, you could just hear it like the wind knocked out of it because he was on the ground, like rolling around, his legs kicking. I've been there, but yeah, I say Melvin Gordon because, like Chad said, Brady really haven't been doing nothing. And possibly prospects with Gordon coming in that will change, but you got elite running back there, and Lamar Miller's a decent back, but he's not elite. He's nowhere close to Gordon, so keep Gordon or trade for him. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Let's here, since we're on trades, I got another one for us.
Okay.
Would you trade Matt Stafford, Kerryon Johnson, and Robbie Anderson for Stephon Diggs and Le'Veon Bell? Current quarterback Mahomes, current running back Barkley and Gordon, and at wide receiver already has Amari, Landry, Robbie Anderson, Chris Godwin, and Mike Williams.
I mean, I guess it depends on how confident you are Bell's going to play anytime soon. As part of that, but I like Diggs over Anderson or
Kerryon
as a guy on my team.
He already has Mahomes.
Man, I mean, honestly, I like the Diggs and Bell side, especially in a dynasty. But I don't know, man. It really kind of depends. Oh, he has Mahomes,
Yeah, he already has Mahomes.
and so but the guy wants to give him Stafford.
I think he's trading away Matt Stafford and Kerryon and Robbie Anderson for
then yeah,
Stephon
I'm
and
taking
Le'Veon.
Bell and Diggs all day long.
Yeah, I think so. That'll help his wide receiver core out a lot. I think it'll make him better in the long run as well. We've touched on the Fitzmagic or Kirk Cousins. You want to talk about it?
I mean, no.
You're welcome, Jeff.
Fitzpatrick.
Thank you.
To me, he could go Fitzpatrick any day and then go back to being the guy we saw in Houston. But Kirk Cousins, I know he had a bad week, but he's been a top 5 fantasy quarterback for going on 4+ years now. So I'm more confident in him. You know,
Right. Me as well.
Got another one here. Who should I drop to stream a QB this week? Lockett, Mike Williams, or Crabtree? He said Cam is a starter, and I don't know who to drop to pick up a stream this week because I like all of them.
Crabtree for me.
Yeah, I'd say Crabtree as well.
Yeah, it's definitely Crabtree. Mike Williams, I think, is hitting his groove, and Lockett, you can't drop Tyler Lockett, man. Wilson's finding him. He's producing.
And Crabtree really hadn't shown that he's the guy or can be that guy. So
yeah, so I'm right there with you. What did you?
You know who wants to play with Crabtree? Jameis Winston.
we should have known that one was coming.
Man.
Sorry, I've been kind of looking. We're trying to get our technical difficulties fixed. We apologize, but then again, you're not seeing our three ugly mugs. So
when they come back on, you'll see the ugly mug that broke the camera.
Jeffro.
Clayton.
Here's a brain buster for you, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Bortles versus the Jets or Wilson versus Arizona?
Ooh, if you would go to dynastywise.com, go to articles, you will see a great article about Bortles written by Clayton. Saying that...
Is that you?
I don't know who that is.
I think that was me.
Saying that, I'm still starting Wilson against Arizona.
Oh, for sure. You know, the article was just saying that Bortles is just an underrated fantasy quarterback. And the craziest thing was, after I dropped that article, I just saw more and more Bortles traction gaining. And I was like, where were you 3 months ago when I dropped this knowledge? You know, I guess they read it first and then came up with their own idea. And you're welcome, Jermaine. Glad to help you out.
Thank you, Jermaine.
Yeah, the whole Bortles thing, that's when we were running numbers, a year ago and just looking at, how to evaluate these players and everything, everybody hated on Bortles. But when you looked at it, I mean, the guy wasn't as horrible in fantasy as people wanted to make him out to be. I mean, he really wasn't. A lot of people liked Mariota over him, and Mariota was nowhere near him.
Mariota's trash.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just one of those... actually do the research, and if you don't, let us do it for you, and we'll give you the best advice we can. So
right, you say Mariota's trash. You know who else is trash? Tennessee Titan fans are trash.
Well, we're gonna have to move on to the next question before Jeffro gets lost on that one.
That was meant towards just one guy in our league, everybody. So
no, they're god awful. Just the whole people in
Jeff,
Tennessee.
I was trying to save you there, and you just didn't.
No, screw Tennessee people.
Well, that's not very nice.
You know what? You know what the number? You know what the number is? You know what the number is, and the state number is in Tennessee? 28, because that's how many teeth there are total in that whole damn state.
All righty. So on that note, Kirk Cousins or Andy Dalton?
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Cousins.
Definitely.
Speaking of Cousins, Tennessee. Never mind.
There's honestly there's not a whole lot of quarterbacks I'm taking over Cousins right now. Even with the bad week, there's not.
Yeah.
Maybe a Rivers a week to week. Maybe Matt Ryan on a week to. It just depends on who they're playing. But consistently, I will take Kirk Cousins week to week over a lot of these guys.
Yeah, for sure. He's been a consistent top 5 fantasy quarterback as he's been in the mix.
Yeah, and he doesn't. It's not the number one by any means, on any year, but he's right there.
He is. He's up there with Breeze. He's up there with Rodgers. He's right in that top 3, top 5 easy quarterback. He's just a guy that you're just going to play now.
You just don't want to play him for some reason, but it's hard not to.
Yeah, but you like that, So yeah. You just think of him as kind of a second class quarterback, but he's not. He's an elite quarterback now. You got to start him every week.
Right.
Unless you got Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees, which in that case, you should make some trades.
I want to go ahead and brace everyone real quick.
All right.
Ugly mugs are coming back in.
I guess as we do that, I could go ahead and talk Grizzly Grease. Thanks for sponsoring the pod. Great product. Got my beard looking fresh and trimmed up. I use it morning and night. I use the balm and the Willie Nelson Fluff Oil on the beard. It's a great product. Also, Houston Preeminence launching October 1st. We'll be teaming up with them. Houston Sports done by Houstonians. we'll have your fantasy football. We'll talk Rockets, Astros, because we are Houston based, and we'll have MMA though. Y'all got to tune in for MMA and the baseball and the fantasy baseball. There's gonna be 2 really good pods launching. We had our first pilot on baseball this past Monday, and every Monday evening they'll be there. And our pilot episode for All the Smoke with Rear Naked Joe or Butt Naked Joe, whatever it is, will be this Friday evening.
Hey, also on Houston Preeminence, if you sign up for the $75 deal, it's that's for a 2-year membership, and you get a free seat. And this makes me mad because as kind of employees, we can't win it, but you get a free seat at our Christmas party for a poker tournament. Gives you a chance to win $10,000. And this is my last podcast with Dynasty Wise and Houston Preeminence, so I can get a chance.
Can I quit and come back later?
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
But yeah, check out Houston Preeminence at hptx.us, and they're working on .com.
Right. Yeah, like I said, that $75 subscription for 2 years is a steal, and that's even cheap. Even if you don't really want to use us for 2 years, that's going to be cheaper than trying to buy a seat at this poker tournament. So I'm telling you, it's the way to go.
We're just going to wait outside for the winner and jump them.
That's not
Dynasty
on.
Wise does not necessarily condone or agree with any of the opinions broadcast by Jeff.
Unless
Those are his own opinions. Please
it's-
do not associate that with
Unless
any
it's
of us.
Juan the Kraken Adams, and like we're going to say we're going to jump him, and then we'll all run, and then Joe will jump him, think we got his back. No.
Once again, the comments made by Jeff are those of Jeff's himself and not of the Dynasty Wise.
Alrighty, here's a tight end question. They don't get a lot of love. Should I pick up McDonald,
No, they
Ebron,
don't.
Howard, Disley, Andrews, or Ellison to replace Ingram at tight end?
Ooh, I like Howard and McDonald. McDonald, I like this guy coming out of Rice.
Right.
He's a very versatile tight end. Didn't quite work for him in San Francisco. Came on strong last week in Pittsburgh. He had a good playoff game with Pittsburgh last year. But yeah, I really like McDonald, but it seems like Howard's starting to kind of take the reins in Tampa Bay. So I think out of all of them, those are your 2 options. I wouldn't worry about Ellison too much. I could be totally wrong on that, but they haven't really been using Ingram as much this year, and he had a touchdown last week, but I think he had like 3 catches maybe. So to me, your 2 big options are McDonald and Howard. I don't know what y'all think, but
I actually think Ebron's the move. He's been producing with Andrew Luck and Ebron against the Texans. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ebron get 5 for 80 and a touchdown this week. That's kind of actually what I'm expecting out of him, to be honest.
I agree. Ebron's the start. Jack Doyle, quality tight end, but he's gotten a lot of targets, but it just hasn't been there. And he's out this week, I believe, or he's 50-50 on playing, but I think he will be out this week. So there we go, Ebron. Howard, if they start playing that deep safety, that's going to open up the middle for Howard. So I would go Ebron, and then I would go Howard as second choice if you can't get, Ebron.
Right, that's
Ebron. E-Bomb's world.
Here, Carson or Lockett in the flex spot. 1 point PPR and then half point for rush attempt. I still think it's Lockett.
yeah, I agree.
Lockett.
Seattle's the type of team where half point rush attempt, and he may get 8 rushes.
Yeah.
That doesn't really to me make it that great. So yeah, I'm still going Lockett over Carson.
Lockett easy.
Right, that's what I thought. So I'm really liking these trades. Go ahead.
And both y'all, what's going on with Seattle and the running backs? I mean, Penny gets drafted up there, can't do anything. Carson was supposed to be the guy, boy wonder last year before he got, hurt and, supposed to take over this year, is not doing anything. McKissick, not really doing anything. Why cannot Seattle not find a true running back since Marshawn Lynch left?
I think
It's that missed call.
Yeah, they're being haunted, and they have not addressed their offensive line. Wilson has no protection. You're not running the ball well. Yeah, Dwayne Brown. Yeah, he's a stopgap at left tackle, which he'd be an upgrade over here in Houston. But at the end of the day, he's on the wrong. He's on the wrong side of his career, and they're not developing their offensive line. So I think that's a problem with their run game. They can't open it up for him, or or they don't know how to use them correctly or something.
There's a guy that I liked coming out of Notre Dame, CJ Prosise, and the couple games that he started, he played well, but I think he's 4th on the depth chart. Look, you drafted Rashad Penny. We're not seeing anything out of any running backs. Why don't you just put the rookie in and let him play 4 or 5 games straight? Just put him in, see what you got. Because Clayton's 100% true. They're not fixing that offensive line. They spent so much money on the Legion of Boom and that defense, and because of that, the salary cap, they neglected the offensive line. Dwayne Brown's a solid left tackle, but he is on the wrong side. But at this point, I would just say start Rashad Penny. Just put the rookie in, let him take his lumps, see what he can do. Try everybody.
That won't happen because Pete Carroll hates fantasy football.
And Penny keeps fumbling the
I was
ball.
about to say, Penny came into the actual camp a little overweight, and then not only that, Carson's outproducing him because he keeps fumbling the ball. I'm sure Pete Carroll probably put him on the line right in front of him and smacking away at his gum the whole time.
You got hard on that ball, boy.
Honestly, I'd start CJ Prosise. He's 6 feet, 220, runs fast. When he was in there, he's playing well, but something that maybe he can't. In the NFL, other than fantasy, you got to be able to pick up the blitz and read a lot of situations. Maybe CJ Prosise just doesn't have a high football IQ, and that's why he's not getting in there.
Another thing, you mentioned, running backs coming out of Notre Dame. I drafted a guy this year as a sleeper and ended up cutting him just because I didn't have the running back roster spot. But you saw in the Philadelphia game last week, Josh Adams, the running back out of Notre Dame, came and was their leading rusher with all the injuries there. He's a guy I really liked as far as the ability. It's just where he's going to get an opportunity. I really think if Clement's hurt and Sproles is hurt and Ajayi, if they're all ailing, Wendell Smallwood may see some carry. I think Josh Adams is going to really get a chance to shine, and I think last week he started to kind of show it. If he can get another chance at it this week, he can work his way up the depth chart.
Right.
Smallwood's not a bad running back. He actually put up decent numbers in that game too. When I looked at it,
I think he had the touchdown. I think Adams had the yardage,
right,
and the carries,
and that's going to change, because if he's getting the 100%. Yardage, they're going to keep him in. Yeah. Definitely. I thought you were going to say you were going to start New Rockney or Rudy.
No. That's defense, man. Come on.
We got a question coming in. We're going to go Carson or Henry in PPR. Who are you going to start?
Is there 2 other options?
We got some waiver wire options. I mean,
I'm guessing this is a flex spot.
Yeah. Oh man, it's not looking good for you, Daryl. I don't know how you pronounce what that. That's I don't know.
No, it's Derr. I don't know.
Yeah,
Durr.
But yeah, man, dude, I would be looking for some other options, but
if you had to choose one,
Carson,
Henry, and I don't like Henry.
I'm
just not sold on Carson being the every down guy there. So
I'm with Chad. Henry has the ability to do something, but you might. I don't know.
I'd be searching the waiver wire, see if there's somebody out there that the other teams have missed.
Yeah. If Philip Lindsay won't punch someone and get it thrown out of the game, maybe he'll have a good game.
Hey, watch that Philadelphia injury report too. I mean, if those 3 running backs are still hurt, go pick up Josh Adams. Give him if he's going to be playing, it's a good play.
Look, Cameron Jordan's got hurt biceps. He's expected to play, but I mean, if Latavius Murray is out there, I mean, you can. I'm not a fan of him, but you can try him.
Cameron Jordan.
Jordan Cameron. I'm sorry.
Oh, the defensive. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
for the Saints.
I thought we were talking running back. I'm like, who?
No. I'm just saying. Look at the injury report. But yeah. So out of those, Henry, because Henry's got the ability.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. He'll definitely get goal line carries.
He's going to get touches.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's get this last question. I think it's really good. So before we get out of here, flex spot: Tyler Boyd, Calvin Ridley, or Philip Lindsay?
Ooh, I like Ridley. I think he's coming on. And Jeff, you own him, right? I mean, last week he came through for you.
He had 3 touchdowns, I think over 100 yards, and I mean he was dominant. I mean that's to me it's no question. You start Ridley because he's got the best chance of having another put out high output of points. So for me, dude, I'd say Ridley. I don't know who asked that question. I didn't name it. So, dude or ma'am, Ridley all the way, man. He is really. I didn't expect him to do that much, but the first game really didn't do nothing, and they kind of said, look, we're going to get Ridley part of this offense, and they did.
And that was the one game I was like, look, he's going to come out hot and score a touchdown and made the prediction.
Right.
And he didn't, and then he goes off every game after that.
That's all right. I think I said something. I think I said, well, what's his name? The rookie receiver in Carolina. What's his name?
Oh, DJ Moore.
Yeah, I said, it's going to be DJ Moore's game. I mean,
That guy's been
I don't even know if he's
I said he was going to bust out last game, so we all have it. But Clay, what you got?
I think they're both solid plays because they're, like I said, neither one's the first option on the team. Boyd's probably not. He probably is a second option as well in Cincinnati.
Yeah, he is.
And same with Ridley. Well, then he also has Sanu. Man, I think they're both equal. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game, but I think Ridley's going to get his again as well.
Ridley could easily right now be pushing Sanu out the door, though. I mean, if he throws up games like he did last week, Sanu's a good option. He's a good number 2 option, but Ridley's got number 1 receiver potential.
Right.
Sanu's never had that and is not going to have that. So, they'd much rather see Matt Ryan pushing the ball his way than anybody else on that team.
I love hearing the Sports Encyclopedia say that because I got Ridley.
I'm going to wrap it up.
Huh?
I'm going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate all the interaction this evening. If we didn't get your question, I apologize. We'll get to it. Keep sending them in. We'll answer later. You can message us individually, business, main account. Either way, we will respond. Another thank you to Grizzly Grease and Houston Preeminence for helping us bring you this broadcast.
October 1st, Houston Preeminence.
And
make sure you follow on Saturday as well.
Saturday we'll be going live again. Be
Sunday
looking
nights.
out. Same area, same spot. You can go to our Facebook page, or we'll be in these fantasy groups as long as they let us keep dropping this great knowledge.
You can always go to YouTube as well. If you
YouTube.
watch the
One of
videos.
these days we'll finally get it started off correctly.
Yeah.
Can't promise anything.
No, it's our MO, man. It's
part
expected.
But like I said, Saturday morning, be here to get down with the Y's.
Damn right. Let's also
catch the first pilot episode of All the Smoke, where the Texas Zombie and the Dynasty Wise guys will be bringing in all the Houston fighters, spotlight coverage and interviews of all these up and coming combative sports.
There will also be another fighter on that show, Joe.
Mashed taters.
Mashed potatoes.
Ooh,
That's
forgot.
right.
That's the golden one. He
That's-
retired too early, too soon.
You got it on top, guys. That's all I got to say. But yeah, if plug for our YouTube page, we're trying to get 50 likes. If we do, we're going to do levels 3 and 4 of the Death Nut Challenge. It's like spiced up with Carolina Reaper, Pepper X, and all this junk. We did levels 1 and 2. We're looking to do levels 3 and 4 now. So give us a like, subscribe on YouTube, and check us out, dynastywise.com, for great articles. We recently put up an article, good article from our correspondent in San Francisco with Adam about the quarterback situation in San Francisco. Clayton's got great articles on there. Chad's got some articles. We all got some articles. Check it out. And I don't have a Twitter. I don't know my Twitter. So, somebody has my Twitter. I was like, I have no dude. I have no clue.
DynastyWise Chad, at DynastyWise Clay, at DynastyWise_Joe, at DynastyWiseFF.
Yeah, _FF.
_FF. That's your Twitter follows. Right there.
It looked like we had one more question before we got out of here, right? Just from Jeff. We already talked to Jeff before earlier.
My question is, if you have to start. Oh. Okay, never mind. My bad.
What was it, Chad?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jeff's question. Great name.
John Brown, Keelan Cole, 1 point PPR. Now the bench has Josh Gordon if he plays, also on Jeffrey. So he's wanting to know John Brown or Keelan Cole. I like John Brown.
I like John Brown as well, but if Jeffrey healthy, you got to give that a look. So I'd watch that because I'd probably have to go Jeffrey over John Brown. So that's this for me. But yeah, John Brown and then Jeffrey.
I go John Brown. Just they're playing Pittsburgh. Possibility of a shootout. Flacco's look decent. Pittsburgh, Fitzmagic made some really bad passes in that game, like bad passes. I was calling Fitz crap churkas back, but I like the possibility of another shootout because of how hot Big Ben's been throwing the ball. He's got 3 quality receivers, got arguably the best receiver in the league and in fantasy. So I'm a possible shootout. I'm gonna go John Brown. Plus, John Brown sounds like it's like Big John Brown, like Paul Bunyan or something.
Big Bad Joe.
Yeah,
Big Bad
I knew it was something. Thank you.
All righty, Dynasty. All right, remember, get down with the Wise Saturday or Friday afternoon for the MMA, and then Saturday morning more football. Down with the Wise, and we're out.
Monday baseball.
Thank you, people. Good job, guys. We kept it rolling, but I.